So, you want some hidden gems that are easy to platinum? Check out the 5 in this video and hopefully there'll be something that tickles that pickle. And if not, I have other videos on the channel where I'm sure you'll find something to satisfy them needs. In previous hidden gems videos, I gave an incentive in order for a new video to be made, and this one is no different. So once again, we'll go for 100 likes, and if that is hit, I'll make another video but in a much shorter timescale from the last. Let's get into the games. River City Girls Zero is a retro throwback with modern flair, reviving the 1994 Super Famicom classic Shin Negetsu Koha, Kunio Tachi no Banka, with a fresh localization and stylish new cutscenes. It blends old school beat 'em up action with a charming storyline that gives Misako and Kyoko their gritty origins. The gameplay feels authentic to the 16-bit era, sometimes to a fault, but fans of the genre will appreciate the nostalgic vibes and character-driven storytelling. It's a must-play for River City Girls fans and anyone who loves classic brawler chaos with a side of attitude. While Misako and Kyoko are the poster girls for the series, you'll be mainly playing as Kunio and Riki for the most part in River City Zero, but that doesn't make the game any less enjoyable. The first of a trilogy, now available on PS5, River City Girls Zero might be the hardest out of the 3 games to get into, due to its hardlock 16-bit jankiness, but if you can make it past the initial feeling, then the game does feel very rewarding each time you progress. While I did say it was part of a trilogy, the storyline, if you are an existing fan of the franchise, can seem somewhat confusing, with some entries being canon and others not so much. I read a huge Reddit post based on this and left with more confusion than when I started. River City Girls Zero can be played solo or couch co-op, and while solo can be quite difficult at times, it is still very much beatable. Co-op, however, is where this game gets its 2 out of 10 difficulty from, and an estimated 3 hours to complete, meaning this platinum can be earned in a single sitting. Eternights is a unique blend of action RPG and dating sim that throws you into a post-apocalyptic world full of monsters, romance and real-time combat. It's quirky, heartfelt and surprisingly emotional, with a cast of characters you'll genuinely want to bond with, both in battle and on dates. The gameplay mixes fast-paced action with time management and social choices, making every decision feel meaningful. While it has a few rough edges, its charm and ambition more than make up for it. If you're into anime-style storytelling with a side of monster slaying and heartfelt moments, Eternights is worth checking out. The Platinum Trophy is certainly worth having a guide handy on the side. While it can be simple, it can also easily be screwed up. A couple of calculated saves will save you from potentially missing a few of the longer, more tedious trophies, such as forgetting a certain amount of characters up to a specific rank at the same time. I can personally vouch for Eternights, as I enjoyed it that much I made a video based around my Platinum Trophy obtaining experience, and as I always say, if I can do it, then anybody can. Eternights is set as a 3 out of 10 difficulty on PSNP and should take you roughly 15 hours. Just don't forget those calculated save points and to have a guide handy. Probably the most known game on this list, The Deadly Terror of Monsters, which is a clever love letter to classic sci-fi B-movies, complete with cheesy dialogue, rubbery monsters and a hilariously self-aware director's commentary that plays throughout the game. Its top-down action and light platforming are solid, but the real fun comes from its quirky humour and charming retro aesthetic. The game embraces its low-budget movie theme in the best way possible, making it feel like you're playing through a VHS-era cult classic. It's not the longest or deepest game out there, but it's a delightful, weird ride while it lasts. The Deadly Terror of Monsters is very much like Marmite. You'll either enjoy the jankiness and find the cheesiness hilarious, or you'll find both unbearable. Initially, I thought the game was awful and hated myself for putting the game on my personal account, but as time went by, I felt like the game grew on me more and more. With an estimated difficulty of 3 out of 10, requiring a single playthrough and only taking roughly 7 hours, at least if this isn't your cup of tea, you can grab the plat and move on to something that tickles the pickle quite quickly. Brotato is a top-down arena shooter roguelike developed by Blobfish, where you control a potato wielding up to 6 weapons to fend off waves of enemies. Drawing inspiration from Vampire Survivors, it introduces unique character traits and build strategies, offering a fresh take on the genre. While the PSNP guide says 20 playthroughs, and it does initially sound alarming, each run doesn't last too long overall, and the only reason why it takes so many is due to switching characters for each run, each with little quirks that may require you to switch your favourite loadout depending on specific strats. Brotato is a super chilled experience. All you need to worry about is picking the correct weapons, items or upgrades and making sure not to get hit while the game does the rest. Perfect for when you're not in the mood to sink your full attention into anything. PSNP has a guide which talks you through the quickest possible route and suggests that the difficulty is a 2 out of 10. Requiring the already mentioned 20 playthroughs and taking on average 13 hours. RWBY Arrowfell is a 2D action platformer developed by WayForward, set during Volume 7 of the RWBY animated series. Players control Team RWBY, Ruby, Weiss, Blake and Yang, switching between them to utilise their unique abilities in combat and problem solving. The game features voice acting from the original cast and cutscenes in the show's style, aiming to provide an authentic RWBY experience. If you are unfamiliar with RWBY as a whole, it's an anime that began on YouTube, created by the popular and well-known channel of Rooster Teeth. Despite a very strong start, once the show's creator unfortunately passed away, the show never felt the same, missing the mark with story direction and action scenes. Despite RWBY Arrowfell's gameplay being somewhat repetitive and the combat feeling a little shallow, the game should take roughly 6 hours, which feels like the perfect length of time so that those issues don't become unbearable. On top of the 6 hours PSNP states, you'll only be required to do a single playthrough, and the difficulty is set as a 4 out of 10, but I'd say it's the lowest of low type of 4 out of the 10, as I managed to get this platinum myself without many issues. So what did you think of those 5 games? Will any of them be one of your next platinum trophies? If you would like to see more in the future, then don't forget to leave a like. And if you like other videos like this or platinum trophy related content, then check out my other videos and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and bye bye.